Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're going to be going over a Mopar Ram 1500. First and foremost though, a huge shout out and thank you to the Dodge Ram Insanity for giving me some time with the truck. Now with this particular truck, it was actually on the showroom floor and I didn't have a ton of time to film today's video, so what I did is I just filmed a quick walk around on the truck and then I'll just do a voiceover right now so I can give you guys kind of like the details on the truck. Let me know if you like this style video or if you absolutely hate it, and then I won't do it in the future. But with all that being said, let's get into this truck. So as you guys can see, we've got the Mopar Edition here, and notice how you've got a bunch of blacked out elements all over the truck. Now notice that with the headlights themselves, you've got the LED lights, but they also have the blacked out elements with those, and then you've got the sport hood with the venting, and then all the logos on the hood have been blacked out on top of that. And then going over to the wheels, notice that the wheels themselves also blacked out, and then you guys can see the suspension there, and then notice the front does have the wheelhouse liner. You've got blacked out mirrors, and then you've got that logo there on the side that says Ram that kind of goes all along the side, and then you've got the blacked out off-road side steps, which are another Mopar accessory. Now, something interesting in the rear is you guys can see the suspension, but no wheelhouse liner. I think that was a pretty interesting choice. And then again, the rear wheel blacked out. And if you guys are wondering, 275mm tires, 20-inch wheels. And then we've got the little kick step there. Always a fun time putting those back in. And it makes such a loud noise when you throw it back in every single time. And then you guys can see with the tonneau cover, there's actually a light underneath the cover, which I think is pretty interesting. And then lowering down the tailgate, you can see this one has a full spray-in bed liner, which obviously is always a nice thing to have so you can actually use the bed. And then also with the taillights, they went for the darker taillights. You've got the blacked out element in the center, and then also all of the badges here have been blacked out. And then this is the coolest part, these exhaust tips. You can see how massive those are, just like what you get in the TRX. I think they look just fantastic, and obviously it makes it sound quite a bit nicer. Now, popping here to the interior, notice you get pretty much a regular Bighorn door panel. So you've got the cloth trim on the side, but we've got the seats from the Built to Serve package, or just like what you get in a Rebel. So you've got the cloth in the center and then the vinyl on the outside. You guys know I'm a huge fan of those seats. They're very comfortable. And then you can see the ice bucket right there, a couple cup holders, and of course the camera is like, I don't want to focus. But yeah, that's everything there for that back area. And then popping over here to the front, what you guys will notice is, again, normal Bighorn door panel right there with the front. And then again, you've got the seats here, but notice you've got the Mopar logo there in the middle of the seats because, again, this is a Mopar package. And then the cool part right here, which the camera didn't want to focus on, is it actually has a numbered plaque. This one was 83 of 250. And so, yes, it is a special edition. And then you've got the center console there with the 8-inch screen. So that is just another nice feature. Again, I wish it had the 12-inch, but that's okay. And we'll talk about that later in the video. Now, coming back around the front, notice we've got the blacked out grille, just like a night edition. And I know I was quickly going over because I'm actually coming to pop the hood on the truck. But yeah, just like the night edition, the whole front grille has been blacked out. And we've got our Wagstaff cameo opening up the hood for us. But yeah, notice under the hood we've got the 5.7 Hemi. And then this one does have the etorque system. So you also get a little bit of extra torque off the line from that system. And then popping back into the interior, you can see that you've got the normal Bighorn gauge cluster with the digital screen in the center. Normal Bighorn steering wheel with all of the leather around it. And then you guys can see all of that. No sunroof or anything like that. Pretty standard, I guess, there at the top. And then this is the hard part. Okay, I was trying to get the window sticker for you guys, and it didn't want to focus. But you guys can see the standard equipment. Now, with this package, and it really didn't want to focus when I was trying to show you guys the package here, it's $8,500 for this Mopar package. Pretty expensive, but it gives you a bunch of stuff, which is pretty nice. It actually gives you some off-road tech as well, which I thought was pretty cool that they actually give you that, like the hill descent control, the locking rear differential. But notice total MSRP $58,655. Pretty expensive, to be honest, especially for a Bighorn, because I mean at that point you're in a Laramie, you're at a Laramie price point pretty much. But yeah, that Mopar Edition looks so good. So I wanted to kind of cap things off with this video by me going over my thoughts on this truck and just on this package overall, everything considered, including the price. And here's what I have to say. First off, aesthetically, it looks absolutely phenomenal. It is one of the best looking trucks I have seen from Ram. Besides the TRX, obviously, you guys know that's my favorite looking truck from Ram, but I just love all of the blacked out elements. It gives it this really cool sporty aesthetic, and it just really fits with this particular truck. Now, aside from that, I think it was great that they paired it with the 5.7 Hemi that has the etorque system as well. I think that's just a really good powertrain for this truck. Obviously, if they would have went for the V6, it would have been sad. So again, it's good that they stuck with the Hemi. Now, aside from that, the thing that's interesting about this truck is it has all of the stuff from the off-road package besides the tires, right? It's kind of like a street wheel and tire setup, but then what it has is the hill descent control from the off-road package, and I think it's interesting that they added all of the tech from the off-road package, including the locking rear differential as well, because it's like, this is supposed to be like a sporty on-road truck, but they're giving it all this off-road stuff. I don't know. I'm glad that it has it, but I think that was interesting that they gave an on-road truck a bunch of off-road stuff. The other thing that I thought that was so cool was the exhaust. It's massive like what you get on the TRX, and it just looks absolutely fantastic. Now, the tonneau cover, I'm not exactly sure how I feel about that. I mean, it's okay, but it's definitely interesting looking, I guess, to say the least, is what I'd have to say with the tonneau cover itself. I don't really know what else to say. Now, if we go from the tonneau cover to the decals and everything, I think that's really cool, the stripe that they did along the truck and then over the tonneau cover, all that. I think that looks good. And then going to the interior, they did the same interior that you have in the Built to Serve, and it looks fantastic. You guys know I'm a huge fan of those vinyl seats because I had those in my Rebel when I had a 2019 Rebel. The cloth in the center is just very comfortable, and then the vinyl on the outside, I don't know, just it feels right. It's one of the nicest seats that you can get in a truck, and they look very pleasing aesthetically as well. I actually think those seats look nicer than the full leather seats. They're just not as, I guess, comfy as the full leather seats, but they're still extremely comfortable to sit in, especially over long trips. And then in terms of the rest of the interior, it's just like any other fully loaded Bighorn. The only thing that would have been cool to see is the 12-inch display. I love the 8.4-inch, but it's not the 12-inch, right? The 12-inch display just, it's a showstopper, right? I wasn't a fan of the 12-inch initially, but now I'm all about the 12-inch display after having it in my TRX. So it'd be cool if it had that. But I mean, other than that, I think the package is great. It looks amazing aesthetically, and I mean, it is a little bit pricey, but you're getting a super unique truck. It's a limited edition run, right? You guys saw the plaque there in the video where they're only building so many. And so if you want like a really cool limited edition truck, I definitely think that it's worth it, because again, it looks absolutely fantastic, and it's got a ton of stuff that comes with the package. So I feel like overall it's a relatively good value, all things considered. Now that's going to sum things up for our video on this 2021 Ram 1500 Mopar Edition. I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below what you think of this video, because I might do more videos like this, especially at auto shows when it's hard to get good audio quality. And also, I guess another little thing, there is going to be some TRX content coming very, very soon. I just want to kind of throw that out there. But I'll see all of you guys in the next video.